Good morning, students. As per our discussion of last class, today we are going to. My screen is visible. Wait. Now it is visible. Yes, now it is visible. So, in the last class, I just started with your nanoelectronics third unit. That is basically the topics. I just gave you the briefing of vertical MOSFET, FinFET, nanoscale MOSFET, CMOS scaling. So, and I told you today we are going to discuss the limits of scaling, what we mean by CMOS scaling, and system integration limits. However, the time will permit, we'll move further. Fine. So, first of all, before going for the CMOS VLSI design, scaling, and economics, first we'll look after for the challenges of MOS technology. Fine. So, as far as MOS technology is going to be there, that is the gate length, gate oxide thickness, depletion depth, and junction depth. That is going to be there. Apart from the device technology challenge, some other challenges are there. Please write down this: memory technology, DRAM, random fluctuation of device property, low power consideration, perceived limits of CMOS technology, and all. That is going to be there. Fine. I am giving you 1 minute to write down. Now, next is the silicon technology at limits of scaling. Today, we are going to discuss this. Silicon technology at limits of scaling, mein 10 points are there. This I recommend you to write down. Today, we will just try to finish 5 and remaining 5 will look after in the next class. That is a logic device, partial depleted, fully depleted SOI. SOI stands for silicon on insulate. That is SOI is S stands for silicon, O stands for on, I stands for insulator. Okay. Fourth point is going to be the grounded plane FET. Then DG MOSFET, that is double gate MOSFET. DF MOSFET, this is DG. Double gate MOSFET, symmetric DG MOSFET, P plus minus N plus gate, wrap around gate, dynamic threshold MOS transistor, that is called DTMOS. Then the beyond DF MOSFET, that is stacked FET, that is going to be there. Okay, write down the names, please. Yes, I suppose you have write down. Now we will go one by one as the device technology. First one is a logic device. That is a device technology used to be there. Device technology की जहां तक बात आती है, that is a critical dimension used to be managed. Like gate oxide thickness है, depletion depth है, source drain junction depth है, stiffness है, source drain doping profile है. All these used to be scaled together in the device technology. करना बोलो. All. Fine. Now, first point come of this silicon technology at limit of scaling, that is a logic device. Logic device में जहाँ तक बात आती है SOI wafers की, तो SOI wafers जो रहता है that is CMOS और bounded SOI. ठीक है? And basically silicon on insulator is a material which is used by one of the two process, that is a CMOS or bounded SOI. CMOS की जहाँ तक बात आती है, oxygen is implanted at sufficiently high density and it react with the silicon during a post-implant high temperature bath. That is to form the continuous silicon dioxide, that is film buried under a thin silicon surface layer. That is going to lead the commercial process for making SOI. Okay? Whereas in a bounded SOI, it is achieved on the fact that the very smooth and clean silicon oxide surfaces will bound together when the forced into the intimate contact. When subsequently heated, the bound becomes permanent. So first write down this, then the BESO. So in a logic device, then we go for the PD and all. Fine. Now write down BSOI. वापस ले रही हूँ ना मैं वीडियो बनाऊँ. Write down bit fast. Partially depleted SOI क्या रहता है? The second point of our limits to scaling, limits of scaling of silicon technology is partially depleted is a bulk CMOS with the SOI isolate taking the place of N minus or P minus 1. SOI is taken up, that is going to be the channel counter, is going to be doped, forms the conducting body under the FET channel, whereas the source and drain implant usually penetrate to the back interface. Okay, so the important thing which you need to write down is body under the FET channel, whereas the source and drain implant usually penetrate back interface. And it is quite thick enough for the channel counter doping forms a conducting body. Okay. Next is a fully depleted. Here two questions could come. Why fully depleted is preferred over the partial depleted? What are the merits or importance? So first of all, you need to justify. Here I just suggest you to write down what is FD-SOI. It is a thinner, more lightly doped SOI than PD-SOI. It is a normally a negligible concentration of hole and electron used to be there for N or P channel. It eliminates the FBE except the large enough drain voltage. Rather, you write down till this how it is different than FD-SOI. Now comes the important point. A second supposed benefit of FD-SOI is going to be the SOI confines the carrier better, resulting in the higher mobility, better short channel effects, and better scaling potential. Used to be. So one point is it has the carrier better, resulting in high mobility, better short channel length. And the second is it is large enough drain voltage, whereas the whole concentration generation is going to be important. Okay. Now next comes the fully depleted FD. You want to write down? Jaldi likho first. Fully depleted. At least I wish कि हम symmetric DG MOSFET तक कर लें. फाइन. ग्राउंड प्लेन एफईटी क्या होता है? एसवाई स्ट्रक्चर इज इजीली एक्सटेंडेड टू कंडक्टिंग लेयर अंडरनीथ. ठीक है. सो सच एन एग्रीमेंट इस अरेंजमेंट इज कॉल्ड ग्राउंड प्लेन. क्या कर रहे हैं हम ग्राउंड प्लेन एफईटी में? बेसिकली conducting layer underneath कर रहे हैं silicon के, and the ground plane may be also doped with a substrate itself. What is the purpose to do that? Why we are doing the ground plane FET? Why we are designing? So two purposes are there. First purpose is close to the silicon channel. It is screen the channel from bottom against penetration. That is a drain field into the source and thus facilitates scaling to the shorter channel. Also, it provides the effective screening gate. Back gate insulator should be very thin, not more than about the twice or like that. I suppose you have written. Now write down the second point. Another जो purpose है ground plane का, उससे हम क्या करते हैं? Shifting of threshold voltage of the top gate. That is, voltage may be controlled over the range between the strong accumulation and strong inversion of back interface. Okay. थोड़ा थियोरेटिकल सब्जेक्ट है, थ्योरी है, बट यू नीड टू मैनेज समहाउ. Now next come the double gate FETs. Is it clear? ग्राउंड प्लेन में तुम्हें ये ध्यान रखना है कि जो भी मेरी FET सरफेस है उसमें मैं कंडक्टिंग लेयर अंडरनीथ सिलिकॉन लेयर एक एक्सटेंड करती हूँ and that is going to be doped well in substrate itself also. And why I am doing, what is the purpose of that? That is, ground plane is close to the silicon channel. So the screen of the channel from the bottom against penetration of drain, that is going to be filled into the source. So it is going to be facilitate the scaling of short channel length. That is one benefit, and by this it provide effective screening, backgate insulations and all. Fine. Whereas अगर another use of ground plane की हम बात करते हैं, तो shifting of threshold voltage of top gate, that is top gate threshold voltage is going to control in the range of accumulation and all, that is going to be there. Now next comes the DG MOSFET. It is electrostatic alloy, much more robust than the standard MOSFET. Basically इसमें तुम्हें सारा ना लिख के ये लिखना है, DG MOSFET trade-off does not exist. Both gates used to be strongly coupled. और इसकी बजाय ये लिख लो, DG MOSFET stands for double gate. So in a FET, when two gate used to be there on a single device, that is called DG MOSFET. Second, this point is important. It is classified according to the electrical function of the different layer present and how the control of dimensionality and the electric field configuration in the channel is going to be there. Why we go for DG MOSFET? इसका एक reason यहाँ ऊपर भी लिखा है कि basically it reduce the short channel effect and conventional single gate FETs जो रहते हैं उससे substrate plays the part of bottom shield. Yet the result in the trade-off, that is between the degree of shielding and the reduction of the subthreshold slope, is going to be there. Right on this. सिमेट्रिकल डीजी मॉसफेट तक अपन करेंगे, फिर P प्लस N माइनस गेट्स जो है ये मैं नेक्स्ट क्लास। So how double gate MOSFET is different than single gate? Two gate used to be there, and this is basically improve our short channel effect, and along with this reduce the sub threshold slope also. Next comes symmetrical DG MOSFET. This I just suggest you to write down. This is a purest implementation of the DG MOSFET. It used to obtain the suitable threshold voltage for the logic and the gate material. Approximately a mid-gap work function. Like such as the gate material would be suitable for the both P minus or the N channel. And this FET with the undoped channel does not suffer from the variations caused by the random dopant fluctuations in the channel. So that is a different difference between your symmetrical DG FET and FET. That is going to be there. Write down fast. That's it. Remaining one also we can complete. That is P plus N minus. अभी time है तो लिख कर लेते हैं. Gates. That is effectively gate mid-gap work function using conventional polysilicon gate used to be there. And this P plus minus N plus gate जो रहता है, that is a channel being approximate. Field distribution that is going to be across the asymmetrical bulk FETs और channel better बन पाएंगे. ठीक है. डायनेमिक थ्रेशोल्ड्स की जहां सॉरी इसके बाद wrap around gate आता है, तो wrap around gate is nothing but surrounded gate और gate all around. GAA भी कहते हैं इसको और WAG भी हम कहते हैं. The gate wrap around the beam of silicon that is going to be wide or narrow, rectangular, square or a circular or of any orientations is used to be there. The channel is not 100 silicon interface. That is going to span in the range is going to be there. 2 minutes. Fine. Dynamic threshold की बात हम जब dynamic threshold की जहां तक हम बात करते हैं, that is going to call DT-MOS. So DT-MOS is a poor man's DG-FET, whereas the doped body is going to be contest PDSOI. And the backgate is also driven by the additional transistors. Another is a dynamic threshold, that is DT-MOS. After this, the beyond DG MOSFET, that is called stacked FET. What is stacked FET? The main problem with the stacked FET, we can say, when with the ability to be repeated bonding and polishing or repeated epitaxial and polish back, it becomes possible to stack multiple layers of the device on the top of others. So DG channels or FETs used to be there. What used to be there in that? An FET serves as the bottom gate, and P techniques such as may be useful in the future. That is going to be there. But the problem which occurs is the very like layers are processed serially, which means that the increased densities does not result on the cost savings. That's it, my dear students. We'll do in the next class regarding more about CMOS square.